call to order the regular council meeting for Monday, November 27th, 2017. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk Santos, roll call, please.
Maldonado.
Present.
Walker.
Present.
Vasquez. Garcia.
Present.
Orange.
Present.
Perez.
Present.
Medina.
Present.
Monroe.
Present.
Francisco.
Present. Clerk Santos, for the record, I did get a call from Councilwoman Vasquez. She's under the weather. I have a motion to accept the minutes for the regular scheduled meeting on Monday, November 13th, 2017.
So moved. Second, Mr. President.
Motion was made by Councilman Monroe, seconded by Councilman Garcia. Have any questions on the motion? Clerk Santos, roll call, please.
Maldonado.
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
Garcia.
Yes.
Orange.
Yes.
Perez.
Yes.
Medina.
Yes.
Monroe.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes. Do we have any communications from the mayor?
No, Mr. President.
Any communications from department heads?
Yes, accounts payable warrant 110917 CC.
So moved, Mr. President. Second.
Motion was made by Councilwoman Walker, seconded by Councilwoman Orange, to accept accounts payable warrant 110917 CC. Have any questions on the motion? Clerk Santos, roll call, please.
Maldonado.
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
Garcia.
No.
Orange.
Yes.
Perez.
Yes.
Medina.
Yes.
Monroe.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes.
Accounts payable warrant 112717 CC.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilwoman Orange, seconded by Councilman Perez, to accept accounts payable warrant 112717 CC. Any questions on the motion? Clerk Santos, roll call, please.
Maldonado.
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
Garcia.
No.
Orange.
Yes.
Perez.
Yes.
Medina.
Yes.
Monroe.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes.
Accounts payable warrant 112717 LA.
So move.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Monroe, seconded by Councilwoman Orange, to accept accounts payable warrant 112717 LA. Any questions on the motion? Clerk Santos, roll call, please.
Maldonado.
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
Garcia.
No.
Orange.
Yes.
Perez.
Yes.
Medina.
Yes.
Monroe.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes.
Payroll warrant bi-weekly 111717.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second. Motion was made by Councilman Garcia, seconded by Councilman Monroe, to accept payroll warrant bi-weekly 111717. Any questions on the motion? Clerk Santos, roll call, please.
Maldonado.
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
Garcia.
Yes.
Orange.
Yes.
Perez.
Yes.
Medina.
Yes.
Monroe.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes.
Payroll warrant miscellaneous 112217.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Garcia, seconded by Councilwoman Walker, to accept payroll warrant miscellaneous 112217. Any questions on the motion? Clerk Santos, roll call, please.
Baldonado,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Garcia,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Perez,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Franciski.
Yes. Clerk Santos, do we have any committee reports?
No, Mr. President.
Do we have any board reports? I believe we do have Commissioner Rodriguez.
Okay, Henry Rodriguez, council appointee to the East Chicago Waterway Management District. Dredging, as you know, is ongoing, and it will continue, weather permitting, until the first or second week of December. Okay, as of November 15, our last meeting, it was reported that they had already dredged 57,000 cubic yards of sediment. The process for offsite disposal options for the TASCA dredging, the PCBs, are still being evaluated by the US EPA. We're still waiting on that. Okay, the East Chicago Water Management District is continuing the process on negotiating a project agreement with the EPA and BP to remediate portions of the Lake George Canal section of the waterway. That would be from Indianapolis Boulevard going towards White Oak, towards Hammond. We anticipate completing the agreement by the end of 2017 or early 2018, with remediation beginning in 2018.
Any questions for Commissioner Rodriguez? Thank you. Clerk Santos, do we have any words on first reading?
Yes, Mr. President, ordinance 17-0030, sponsored Mayor Anthony Copeland, an ordinance concerning the construction of additions and improvements to the waterworks of the city of East Chicago, Indiana, authorizing the issuance of waterworks revenue bonds for such purpose, addressing other matters connected therewith, and repealing ordinances inconsistent herewith.
So move on first reading, Mr. President.
Second. Motion was made by Councilman Garcia, seconded by Councilman Monroe, to hear ordinance 17-0030 on first reading. Have any discussion on the motion? Councilman Garcia?
Yes, sir. Anybody here to discuss this? This is pretty thick packet.
This is
Can we have your name and title for the record, please?
yes, this is Dr. Abdul Zahrawi. I'm the utility director for the city. I will be talking for the project technical things, and Mr. Bennett, he will talk with anything that is bound. As you know, we are fortunate that the SRF, they approved previously, maybe last year, December 2016, they approved the preliminary engineer report. But when I came in late March, I looked at the report, there is something that should be changed. So I was discussing with the guys from SRF to include some improvements, including mostly to update the water modeling to be integrated in the study. It was not done previously. Second thing, I update the number of the unit of the meter that should be installed. Previously it was like 4,400. Right now we have to install like 6,900 units. So the prices or the units so jumped from 1.2 to 1.9, which is good. So as you see, I was working mostly last 3 weeks, even weekends, 2 weekends consecutive plus the 1 week, because we, as you know, the infrastructure is or the meter units is with the Ferguson or master meters. So we were in discussion with SRF to get what we want to buy. We cannot go for bidding to buy the units. So because our infrastructure is there, so they agreed to that we can buy all our units from the Ferguson. But for the installation, they say we have to go for bidding. I did the scope of work I developed all the technical issues, but they said no. The city shouldn't send us the bidding documents. It should be done by engineer. So this year I worked maybe two weekends consecutive because of the time. If you see, maybe I didn't provide a letter. This say December 6th we have to provide everything, which is not technically done. So for this issue, I contact maybe 2 or 3 engineer firms, SAH and First Group. I told them, hey, I developed everything. You have just to gather technical scope with what is required for administration. First Group, they say you have to give us like $28,000 to do this job. With discussing with SAH, I get like $13,000, which is good. I included the modeling because modeling is very important. Once you do the modeling, this is like you do a scanner for your city. Initially, the modeling, when I discuss with the engineer from SRF, I say, I do the modeling because there is like 2 or 4 million gallon storage to be installed. Previously, there is like some 2 or 3 scenarios. This is the place can be done. I say no. One of the storage should be done at the water filtration because the city doesn't have like 24 hours emergency storage. These 2 storages are very important. The modeling will show us which place for the city that is lacking pressure and hydraulics. So from there we have to install the storage. They give us more hydraulics. As example, I'm working with the fire department. I told them, give me a case. They say, yes, we have hydrants. They cannot go 3-6 feet because why? We don't have pressure. We have to install these storages when it's needed. If we have high pressure and we install the same storage there, we have leaks because the pressure will go out and then we have leaks and some of the pipe will be exploded. This is why integrated modeling. This is good for storages, but my idea is beyond that. When we get the modeling, we call like a master plan. Master plan, we say, hey, if you see the modeling page, you see the network, they have different colors. Then I say to the SR, please, this place or these mains, because if you see the report from last year for the hydrants, most of the pipes, they are 6 inches. Some of them, they are 4 inches. By the rule, we need minimum 6 inches main pipes. For me, I need 8. Because the hydrant that is located in the corner, they need 8 inches, not 6. So from there, we can ask more funding. This is very good. And the modeling will give us 10, 15, 20 years planning ahead for the modeling. And they approve it. If you see the SRF letter they sent to us, yes, they say they approve. I call it update. They call it addendum number 1. So they approve all what have been proposed. Then the issue is the time. We don't have too much time. We have to close bound and stuff. So I gathered here all the information. If somebody need any other question, he can ask me. This is the main quality of the project. We'll get modeling. You can give.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes. First, welcome. Coming for the council. It's good to meet you again. It's always a pleasure talking to you. I just have a few questions. You mentioned a December 6th date.
2016. December 2006, last year.
What was that?
The SRF approved the preliminary engineering report, previous one. Addendum is update of that PRF.
This packet here.
Yes.
Right. The old plant, how much water is it producing?
Right now, they're like 2 million gallons.
Is it producing 90% of the city, the water for the city? 50% or?
We are using right now 11 million from the new filtration, using 2 million gallons from the old plant. Issue is there. We have many issues right now. We are working on it. High service pumps, generator, switch gear, a fire alarm system is not working from 2011. The plant should be closed. when we came right now and we did the internal assessment, they say, we found that, we call it like norms, we call them NEMA. We say the fire station that is outside the plants, right now is using NEMA number 2. It should be NEMA number 4. That means what is there should be indoor, not outside.
I don't want to cut you off. We're going to get into the nuts and bolts later, because I know it's in depth. It's very in depth.
Yeah, for
But what's the percentage of water that the old plant is producing?
I told you, we are using 11 from the new, but 2 from the old. But we need the old to be maintained. Because why? Because right now, as I told you, for the high service pumps, if we need to fix them, they say we have to close all of them. We need the old plants.
Okay.
There is no way for us. We have other scenarios. We call them scenario B and C. Right now, we are discussing with Hammond. In case there is like shortage, we can get like 3 connection from them. But you have always to make maintenance. There is no maintenance. We are working right now on maintenance and stuff. There is things that right now we had a company. I stopped by the way. We previously it was Black and Veatch. They use like $70,000 each year. But when I say, hey, I told with the guy, the engineer, the manager, I told him what you were doing for many years. He said this is what we need. Then I stopped them. I say your presence doesn't resolve any issue. Right now, I stopped everything from them, just the SCADA, because we need the SCADA sometimes. If we don't have any, to resolve some issues, we have to make a call. Once I get, because I'm working right now to unify the SCADA between wastewater and water filtration.
Excuse me, Doctor. We're getting way off track here. This has no, we're here on this talking about this ordinance, and we can talk about everything else all night. But let's stick to the ordinance at hand, please.
Is there a state law on storage, water storage?
Yeah, we have right now one, but it doesn't it means it's used just like 4-6 hours max.
What's the state? Is there a state law on water storage? Is there state law on water storage?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's.
And the hydrants, I know they've been replacing them before you got here. Is there an issue what they was doing in the past, what you want to do now?
For which?
The hydrants.
The hydrants, it's included in the project. So right now we have, I'm not sure how many, but like 54 hydrants should be replaced. If you see the red ones, that's one they are less than 500 gallons per minute. Those should be replaced. We need at least yellow one and the blue one. So this is it's included in the program also.
Okay. I got the question from Mr. Bennett.
Anybody else? Anything for the doctor? Mr. Bennett, please.
Thank you.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen of the council, Jim Bennett, financial advisor.
Welcome, Mr. Bennett. We're proposing to borrow $18 million, correct? Did we get a state money to replace water lines last year or this year?
That's one of the pages in here talks about the emergency order. We were given, maybe I need to start a little bit earlier. When the IURC basically turned down the water line replacement program, and the State Revolving Loan Fund stepped in and said, how we can make this work is that we can lower the interest rate given to the city of East Chicago from the normal 2% to, we will calculate the total interest, we will calculate what this emergency line replacement for the designated area would be, an estimate, and then when that final number comes in, we will set the rate based on the net number for that cost. So that's how that came to be.
So the state said, we're not going to give you no money, but we'll give you a low interest loan.
That's right.
That's pretty funny there. Is this going to be bidded out, or how is this going to be?
On the line, the emergency line was bid out, and there's about 75 of those lines that have already been replaced.
And the thing is that this is a small presentation. just down to the boats. And then we got this thick packet here, which we gonna have to have a committee meeting on, because it's a lot of wording in here. And I know I'm not no expert in water. And we're gonna have to have a committee meeting on this, because this is just entirely biggest ordinance I ever seen in my life, you know?
And I think the concept of what we were asking is that we would get on first reading and sent to committee, then we could set up some committee hearings, and then we could have the people here necessary to answer the questions.
That's all. Thank you.
Any other questions? Clerk Santos, roll call, please.
Maldonado,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Garcia,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Perez,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Franciski.
Yes.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Orange?
Since it's so, almost at the end of the year, when you setting up the committee meetings?
Well, I believe we put it under environmental public health, which is, Councilwoman Maldonado is the chairperson for that. Not to throw it in your lap, but
That's fine.
tag you it.
That's fine. Do you want me to schedule it now, Councilwoman? Or do you want me to get
It
back?
doesn't matter
Okay, Okay, can I get back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you know, on that committee, it's, which I'm sure we're all welcome, but environmental public health is, Councilwoman Maldonado is the chair, Councilwoman Orange, and Councilwoman Walker. Clerk Santos, do we have any ordinances on second reading?
No, Mr. President.
Any ordinances on third reading?
No, Mr. President.
Do we have any resolutions?
Yes, Resolution 17-0008, sponsored Councilwoman Maldonado, Councilman Garcia, and Councilman Perez, a resolution articulating the sense of the Common Council of the City of East Chicago regarding its opposition to the proposed air quality permit application by the Indiana Harbor Coke Company.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Garcia, seconded by Councilwoman Maldonado on Resolution 17-0008. Do we have any discussion on the motion? Councilwoman Orange?
Councilwoman Maldonado, what is the purpose of this?
Well, I'm sorry.
Council.
Thank you. It is basically a position that the council would take against any additional permits that, you know what, maybe it might be best if Clerk Santos could read the resolution, and then it goes into more detail. Please.
Whereas the City of East Chicago was incorporated to provide certain public services to the residents of this community, all of whom are residents of this state and nation, for whom their elected public servants commit their judgment and industry to promote the general welfare and common public good. And whereas the East Chicago City Council, as the fiscal and legislative body of the City of East Chicago, from time to time encounters issues of public import and moments which invite an expression from the elected representatives as part of the public discourse on the matter. And whereas Article 1, Section 31 of the Indiana Constitution provides that no law shall restrain any of the inhabitants of the state from assembling together in a peaceable manner to consult for their common good, nor from instructing their representative, nor from applying to the General Assembly for redress of grievance. And whereas the First Amendment of the United States Constitution provides that Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievance. And whereas governments are formed to protect the health and well-being of their citizens. And whereas inhabiting a place where there is clean air to breathe, clean water to drink, and clean land on which to reside has been since 1970 held to be an essential governmental function. Whereas for the city of East Chicago, attention and concern for environmental matters are of current concern, especially with Indiana Harbor Coke Company's current request for relief of air quality restriction in its coke plant located on Arsenal Middle Grounds in East Chicago. Whereas, as more corporations establish business presence in several nations, CEOs and board members of those multinational corporations often do not reside in the areas in which they conduct trade, earn profits, and too often leave polluted air. Whereas it is our belief that market forces alone are insufficient to encourage these corporations to engage in environmentally sustainable practices. This would reduce undesirable ecological impacts while maintaining profitability. And whereas there is currently an application for a proposed air permit that will, in all likelihood, cause the release of toxic airborne materials that are harmful to the environment and human life. And whereas the Indiana Department of Environmental Management permits a comment period on this air quality application by Indiana Harbor Coke Company, and the Common Council of the City of East Chicago wishes to add its voice against the granting of any air quality permit that does not include an aggressive schedule of compliance and that will permit or allow continued explosion of toxic substance in the air within East Chicago. Whereas the City of East Chicago, by and through its elected officers, wishes to offer a distinct public expression on the public import of this matter. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of East Chicago, Lake County, Indiana, that the City Council of East Chicago is as follows. Section 1, that it is the sense of the City Council of the City of East Chicago that it is of the highest public importance and good that the Indiana Department of Environmental Management deny any request of Indiana Harbor Coke for modification of its current air quality restrictions or limitations without attaching a schedule of compliance with clear milestones and conditions while establishing more stringent limits on toxic release. Section 2, that it is further the sense of the City Council of the City of East Chicago that it is of the highest public importance and good that the Indiana Department of Environmental Management renew its efforts to require complete and consistent compliance with existing air quality standards. Section 3, that the Indiana Department of Environmental Management must be eternally vigilant of private or profit corporations' continued plan to destroy the air and water quality in the name of profit. This vigilance is needed in order to preserve the ecological quality of life in our community, our region, and our nation. Section 4, that the clerk be hereby further instructed to transmit and forward this resolution to the President of the United States of America, Indiana's United States Senators, and the representatives in the United States House of Representatives from Indiana's 1st Congressional District, the Governor of Indiana, the Indiana State Senators, Senator from District 2, the Indiana State Representative from District 2, Indiana Department of Environmental Management, and such persons as may be deemed to have an interest in this matter, and to encourage those persons to evidence their strong desire to see the objects and purposes of this sense of council resolution achieved.
Thank you, Vivian.
Any other questions? Councilman Garcia?
Yes, I just asked my fellow council members to please consider and pass this. This is the Indiana Coke plant that wants to bypass the rules and release pollutants in the air. We already have a lead issue here in the city. You know, we have, this is a non-containment area, which companies could already pollute the air. You got BPM, GoProx here, you got the mills, you got PCI, you got all the industry. But we already have too many problems here in the city. And for them to come in to try to get a permit to not to follow the law is a slap in our face, and we cannot sit here and let them continue to pollute the city. And I hope that everybody supports this.
Any other questions? Clerk Santos, roll call, please.
Maldonado,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Garcia,
Yes.
Orange,
Yes.
Perez,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Francis.
Yes, resolution passes. Do we have any old business? Councilman Garcia?
Steve?
Good evening.
Steve, you know if the budget's on Gateway yet?
I do. My name is Steve Dalton, by the way, financial advisor to the council, and I do not believe that the budget has been released on Gateway. Two things have taken place. On November 3rd, the budget applications are locked. To submit a budget would require the controller to contact the DLGF and request the opportunity to unlock the budgets. I do know that your clerk did deliver to the controller your override and the signature of the president with the request that the budget be submitted to the DLGF, but I don't believe that they have unlocked it.
So, the process of putting it on there, they gotta ask the state.
The state will have to unlock the computer software to allow the controller to submit. I don't even know if the controller has requested that, so I'm not speaking for the controller, but that would be the option that they would have to pursue if they desire to do so. Procedurally, what will happen next is that the state every year reviews every budget of every municipality in the state and issues a document called a 1782 notice, which is the preliminary budget document, and those are going to come out later on in December. So that there's a DLGF representative by the name of Kurt Ott who is responsible for Lake County, and he'll be reviewing the budget and be making a preliminary determination if the budget will revert or if he will be accepting the documentation from this council. We have our office sent to Kurt your budget revision or your budget override as well, just so that he has it, just in case he hasn't seen it.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes, I would like to see if Elliot could write the city controller a letter stating if he wrote the state about opening up Gateway to put that on the system, if he's done that yet, and if he has not, why?
Good at me.
Any other old business? Moving on to new business. Do we have any new business? Councilman Garcia?
Yes, who's the chairman of the Public Safety Committee?
The chairman is Councilman Medina.
I would request a meeting with the Public Safety Committee. What I understand that there's some, on the PD, there's not the regular updated training. They got to get done every year. They're behind. What I understand that they might have to put in an extension for this year. I don't know why these officers are not being properly trained. Also, right now, what's happening is they're pulling detectives out of the bureau and they're doing the training on the rookies. They have plenty of officers that they have sent for training, but now they're pulling these detectives to get trained, train these new officers. We continue losing officers, but this yearly training mandate that they have, that really concerns me. Because if they're not getting properly trained to be on the streets with the weapons and everything else, it puts the city in liability. It puts these cops' lives in liability also, and that's a big concern. Because these cops right now, public safety, they're just reacting to what's going on in the street. They're not given the opportunity to be more proactive, which I think they can be, but. I think we need to look into this as this council to see what's going on with the police department, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President.
Have any other new business? Moving on to public expression. If you please keep your comments to 3 minutes. I believe we do have one. Mr. Henry Rodriguez.
Henry Rodriguez, 4933 Indianapolis, Chicago. Next year, 2018, Social Security checks for seniors will get a 2% raise. It will be the first substantial raise in some time. The average Social Security check is $1,360 a month. That's the average. This will give senior citizens an increase of $27 a month in 2018, or $324 a year. In 2017, the raise was 0.3%, or $4 a month, or $24 a year. In 2016, there was no increase for senior citizens on Social Security. In 2015, the increase was 1.7%, or $23 a month, or $276 a year. The 2010 census stated East Chicago's population at 29,700, of which 3,350 were 65 or older. That's not counting the seniors, 62 to 64 years of age, collecting Social Security. At the October 30th, 2017 council meeting, 6 members of this council voted to give themselves a $3,000 a year increase or raise, in my opinion. That compares to just $324 a year raise seniors in East Chicago will get on their next Social Security check next year in 2018. $3,000 compared to $324 for the seniors in East Chicago.
Thank you. Do a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
A motion was made by Councilman Medina, seconded by Councilman Monroe. Clerk Santos, roll call, please.
Maldonado,
Yes.
Hopper,
Yes.
Yes.
Horn,
Yes.
Perez,
Yes.
Medina,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yeah.
Francis.
Yes, meeting adjourned.
Mr. Bauer, you want us to sign on the